Chapter 2. State of the Art. On the roof. Bakugo. None of these posts are any good. Everyone's just bitchin' about their parents or their boyfriends. Izuku, people are more focused on their daily lives than the news, and all about us. Bakugo, there ain't even a hint about a new palace. Morgana, it's probably gonna take some time. Melissa, we can't get everything online. Finding a post with a name and location is asking a lot. Bakugo, guess we just gotta find one ourselves then. Morgana, it's probably gonna take some time. Melissa, we can't get everything online. Finding a post with a name and location is asking a lot. Bakugo, guess we just gotta find one ourselves then. Morgana, but how? Bakugo, we should probably just hold off till exams are done with. We can wait and see for a little longer, then worry about coming up empty-handed if it happens. Izuku, I guess you're right. Momo Yaoyorozu, aka the student president. This place is off limits, you know. Bakugo, we'll get out of here once we're done chatting. Anyways, what's Miss Council President want with us? Yaoyorozu, the troublemaker, the girl of rumor, and the infamous transfer student. Interesting combination. Melissa, great way to start a conversation. Yaoyorozu, by the way, it seems as though you got to know Mr. Kamoshida pretty well. Izuku, yeah, Melissa, it just goes to show how little interaction he had with him. Yaoyorozu, I heard Mr. Kamoshida used a volleyball team member to spread details of your past record. Don't you hate him? Mr. Kamoshida, I mean. Izuku, yeah, Melissa, it just goes to show how little interaction he had with him. Yaoyorozu, I heard Mr. Kamoshida used a volleyball team member to spread details of your past record. Don't you hate him? Mr. Kamoshida, I mean. Bakugo, what's all this about? My friend here's an upstanding guy. Yaoyorozu, I don't mean to offend. Many students have been shaken up by what happened with Mr. Kamoshida. The rumors about that odd calling card-esque posting aren't going away either. Melissa, I didn't expect someone like you would care about tactless stuff. Yaoyorozu-senpai. Yaoyorozu, I would appreciate you not making assumptions about me and my values. Bakugo, anyways, we done here? We can't leave if you keep talking to us. Yaoyorozu, yes, by the way, it's been decided that this place will be closed off due to the incident. I heard some people are coming up here without permission, after all. I'm sorry to have interrupted you. Izuku, it's fine, don't worry about it. Melissa, what was that about? Izuku, she was just talking to us about how the roof is off limits, and all. Morgana, she's on to us. Bakugo, what? How? So I'm too lazy, so I'm going to speed it up so pretty much they figured out about mementos, and that Morgana can turn into a fuck fan. And that it, for the next couple of days they go on with a regular life, and stuff. Bakugo, I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams. Morgana, you, staying up studying? Bakugo, nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, then before I knew it, it was morning. Morgana, seriously? You really are a delinquent, huh? Melissa, yawn morning. Izuku, you look like you can barely stand. Morgana, impressive. Lady Melissa, you're quite different from the stupid monkey I know. Bakugo, don't gimme that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine. Morgana, size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know. Izuku chuckled. Melissa? Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I memo. Am I imagining things? Morgana, what's wrong? Melissa? No, that's not it. It's nothing. Morgana, you sure? As they gets off the train, Melissa looks over her shoulder nervously. Izuku, is something wrong? Melissa? Oh my god, that guy got off. Bakugo stretches while yawning. Melissa, hey, at least act like you care. Bakugo, what did you say? The guy trying to talk to Melissa, but the boys stop him. Bakugo, what do you want from her, Is there something you want? Bakugo, you've been watching her for a while now. Stalking you? That's outrageous. Melissa, no, you've been following Mel ever since the train. That's because, honk honk, everyone looks to see what made the noise. My goodness, I had wondered why you left the car. So this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well. Izuku, who are you? Unforeseen boy. I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness, I caught up to you. Melissa? Okay. Bakugo, what? Izuku, it is kinda weird you followed us here. Unforeseen boy. You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you be the model for my next art piece? Melissa, model? Shoto. All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else. Melissa, I feel like this is a crazy request. Bakugo? Ain't this a recruit for some shady business? Izuku, yeah. This is kinda sketchy. Shoto, will you cooperate with me? What do you say? Melissa? Why should I cooperate with you? Bakugo, hold your horses. Who are you anyways? Unforeseen boy. Oh yes. I'm Shoto Todoroki, a second year in the fine arts department. Shoto brushes Bakugo aside. Bakugo, hey, Shoto, I'm Madarame-sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist. Izuku, an artist. Melissa, huh, do you mean that Madarame, the one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day? Shoto, yes, the very same. Bakugo, you know who that is? Melissa, he was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist, who's been recognized all over the world, but we heard that name the other day in Mementos. Madarame? Shoto, yes sensei? Bakugo, that old guy's Madarame? Shoto, Madarame-sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give him your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but LLL give you tickets to give death eyes at Bakugo and Izuku. They both look away. Shoto, well then, I hope to see you there tomorrow. Shoto turns and leaves. Bakugo, that guy's as easy to read as a book. Morgana, something is definitely strange about him. Bakugo, you're not planning on going, are you? Melissa, it's fine if I just look around, right? Melissa? Crap, look at the time. I'll see you later. Izuku, see you. Fast forward to the interrogation room. See? You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. But so be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But how did you discover such horrible deeds that were hidden all these years in such a short time? Izuku, I can't tell you that. See, this metaverse business again? Fine, let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure. Like you've said, if so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well? Izuku, no, I wasn't. See? Fine. Continue telling me about Madarame's case. Keep it concise and only of the truth. After exam Melissa, it's over. Izuku, yai. Bakugo, it's over. Morgana, at long last. Bakugo anyways? Can we stop talking about the exams? Like it or not, they're gonna come back, graded next week, rather than focus on stuff that's over with. Melissa, what are you looking at? Bakugo, the usual sight. Izuku, what is it? Bakugo, it's no use. There ain't any useful info. The number of posts are getting less and less, too. Melissa, there's no point in getting antsy though. I know, why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day. Izuku, that sounds like a decent idea. Bakugo, I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel. Morgana, I just want to eat anything. Izuku, spray him with water. Izuku, the human are talking. Melissa, we don't have that much left. Whoa, right, there are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow. Izuku, so we are still going. Next day at the exhibit. Melissa, this is a lot more busy than I thought it'd be. Melissa? Yeah, there's no point to not go next day at the exhibit. Melissa, this is a lot more busy than I thought it'd be. Shoto, you came, you really came. Give piss off face to Bakugo and Izuku. Bakugo and Izuku both look away. Bakugo, what did you expect when you left us those tickets? Shoto, make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors. Shoto, to Melissa, come now, I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw too. Melissa, oh alright then. Well, see you guys later. Morgana, will Lady Melissa be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny? Bakugo, are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home? Izuku, let's learn about Madarame. Bakugo groans. Bakugo, I guess we should do a quick pass through at once. Which way are we supposed to start? Izuku, let's just go straight ahead. Bakugo, it's that old man from the other day. Morgana, you mean Madarame? Interviewer, we continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. Interviewer, we continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. Madarame, oh my, I am of course being modest, but to be frank, a certain god has graced me since I was born. Interviewer, You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come from? Madarame, well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart like bubbles rising one after another in a spring. Interviewer, naturally, you say? Madarame, I truly believe it to be my talent. There must be some who look at me and think that it is just mere luck, but they are just those filled with envy. Interviewer, I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame. Madarame, shack? No, certainly not. It is the children who reside there who must be called shacks. He laughs. Bakugo, wasn't the word shack something? Izuku, it's almost like he's a completely different person. Bakugo, hey, stop pushin'. There's way too many people. Izuku, it seems like there are tons of visitors. Bakugo, anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us. Alright? Izuku, the exit should be over here this way, with Melissa and Shoto. Melissa, I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art. Shoto, usually one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special. Madarame, there you are. Shoto, yes, Sensei? Bows in respect. Madarame, the girl from yesterday, are you enjoying the exhibit? Melissa, yes I am. The paintings are so pretty. Madarame, you're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artists satisfaction. I hope this becomes a wonderful piece. Shoto, well then if you'll excuse me. Shoto, yes, Sensei. Melissa, you'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach, but he seems really friendly. Shoto, indeed. Melissa, oh, this is it, the painting I wanted to see in person. Shoto, this one? Melissa, I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece. Shoto, indeed. Back at the boys. Bakugo, that old lady totally elbowed me. Morgana, are you doing okay? Bakugo, but thanks to that, I remember now. Izuku, what about Melissa? Bakugo, let's not worry about it for now. It's about a post online. Melissa, why'd you leave without me? She looked pissed. Bakugo, you got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and Bakugo? Anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame. Melissa, what does it say? Bakugo, a master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV. Izuku, plagiarizing his pupil's work? Bakugo, I didn't think much of it when I first saw it. But hearing Shack and Madarame triggered it. Izuku, so Madarame has been plagiarizing his pupils. Bakugo, I didn't think much of it when I first saw it. But hearing Shack and Madarame triggered it. Izuku, so Madarame has been plagiarizing his pupils. Bakugo, he treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog. Melissa, I wonder if Todoroki-kun posted this. I mean, he is a pupil of his. Bakugo, who knows? It's anonymous, and all. Morgana, in that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one. Izuku, so Madarame really is a bad guy. Bakugo to Izuku, hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious? Izuku, I thought he was a kind person, but if this is true, then he's been deceiving us the whole time. Bakugo, I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kinda target we've been waiting for? Izuku, yes, I'd say it's worth looking into. Melissa, well, yeah, but is it really true? Bakugo, by the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing? Melissa, Todoroki-kun gave me his contact info and the address to his sensei's atelier. Bakugo, he said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school. Izuku, sounds like a plan to me. Melissa, you want me to model tomorrow? Izuku, we'll figure out the details later. For now, it'd be smart to find out more about Madarame first. That's the priority. Next day, Bakugo, Phantom Thieves going by train. This ain't any different from how I get home from school, no. Izuku, yeah, I guess it is a lot more convenient than walking. Melissa, the train is the fastest way to go. Plus, we can bring pets on here. Morgana, wait. Don't just call me a pet. Bakugo, dude, be quiet. We didn't pay the pet fare. Morgana, fine, I'll be quiet. Innocent girl, ooh, kitty. Melissa, shoot. Innocent girl, is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing. Morgana, just keep quiet. Izuku, it's a stuffed animal. Melissa, yeah, it's just a toy. It meows when you press on its head. Melissa, you heard her? Izuku, press on its head. Izuku. Right, he pressed on its head, and made it meow. Morgana, this is Riddick. Izuku. Stifles a laugh. Innocent girl ahaha. That's so funny, I wanna hear it again. Izuku. Sure thing. He presses on its head again, making it meow. Morgana. I just threw up in my mouth. Speaker. The next stop is Shibuya. Shibuya. Doors will open on the left side. Izuku. I guess this is our stop. Innocent. MMHM. Bye bye. Morgana. That was painful. Melissa, we're at the right address. The door plate does say Madarame. Izuku, you ring the bell. Melissa, me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they? Izuku, of course not. It's just a doorbell. Ding dong. A few seconds pass before the door opens, revealing Shoto. Shoto, who is it? Sensei is currently. Melissa, it's Shield. Shoto, I'll be right out. Bakugo, people really do live here. Izuku, well, did you really think people wouldn't? Shoto, Shield say, you two are here as well. Look at Izuku and Bakugo. Izuku, hey, Bakugo, sorry, but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you. Is it true Madarame's plagiarism stuff? He's abusing people too, yeah? Shoto, are you serious? Bakugo, we read about it online. Shoto, you believe that stuff? Begins laughing hysterically preposterous. Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse. If he hated children so much to harm them, he would never allow pupils into his home, and I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt. Izuku, that's understandable, but can we talk a little more about the whole plagiarism thing? Shoto, that is utter rubbish. Izuku, so you're saying the person who made that report was lying? Shoto, I had no family when sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now. If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day. Izuku, that's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to get a grasp on the situation here. Madarame? Shoto? Shoto, yes sensei? Madarame, what's the matter? I heard you yelling. Shoto, these people are slandering you with baseless rumors. Madarame, forgive them. Shoto, they must have heard some bad rumors and came in worry for their friend's safety. Shoto, right, I'm sorry for my outburst. Madarame, well, even I doubt that a cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone. Shoto, you're well respected, sensei, there are no better Japanese artists than you. Melissa, that's not what we meant. Shoto, you're implying the rumors are true? Madarame, I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down? Now if you'll excuse me. Shoto, yes, sensei, we're sorry. Madarame went back into the house. Shoto, that was discourteous of me. I'm sorry. I know, I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting. It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayori. Melissa? Sayori? Shoto, this was the painting that inspired me to become an artist. Melissa, it's so beautiful. Bakugo, I don't know all that fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive. Shoto, when I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting. Melissa? Me? Shoto, I wish to pursue beauty like this. Melissa was blushing again. Shoto, and I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you seriously consider my offer. Melissa, I will. Shoto, I'm sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time, if you'll excuse me, then. Melissa, of course, farewell. Bakugo, those two seem like nice guys, don't they? Izuku, yeah, they do. Melissa, maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person. Morgana, that seems unlikely. Bakugo, man, right when we thought we found a new target too. Izuku, we don't know for sure that Madarame's not the one we're looking for. Melissa, hey, the app? Morgana, what is it? Melissa, was it picking up our conversation? This display, it means that Madarame has a palace too, right? Morgana, Madarame, plagiarism, and then shack. Huh? These seem to be the keywords. Bakugo, for real though. What the hell's going on? Morgana, we have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that. Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace. Bakugo, it's a bit sudden though. Melissa, why don't we start with castle? The nav. No candidates found. Izuku, try studio. Melissa, studio. The nav. No candidates found. Morgana, museum? The nav. Beginning navigation. Bakugo, whoa really? Get teleport to Madarame Palace. Bakugo, that shack is seriously some kind of museum? Morgana, let's go check it out. Melissa, it's so extravagant. to the point that its gaudy Matarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too though. His exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why? Would he fantasize about a museum? Bakugo, you got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either. Morgana, let's try looking around. Racking our brains here won't do us any good, Izuku. Right? That aside, ain't a museum a must for phantom thieves? Bakugo, but man, just look at that insane crowd. Morgana, well then, it's time we begin our infiltration. Bakugo, are we gonna have to wait in that gigantic line? Morgana, don't be stupid. We're not going in the front door. Melissa, but there's a high wall around the building. Morgana, we'll just have to find our way up over it then. In any case, let's get going. Our way over the wall is this conspicuous truck. Once we make it over the wall and through the garden, we see an open window. Morgana, this'll do perfectly. We can just slip through here. They went through. Morgana, it's quiet. Almost too quiet. Melissa, hey, it's moving. The painting shifts, the colors swimming, as if beneath the surface of a pool of water. Izuku, what is? Bakugo, come on. We're in a palace. That ain't anything to be freaking out over. Morgana, the palace reflects its ruler's heart. We may want to check these paintings out. Bakugo, oh hey, there's some kinda explanation here. Let me see, it's someone's name Anne. H? What the hell? Izuku, that's weird. Melissa, that can't be the title of the painting, right? Do you think it's the artist's name? Morgana, let's check out the other paintings too. I think there might be something important about them. Melissa, hey, this doesn't make any sense. Matarame's famous for having a variety of art styles. Bakugo, wait a sec. Izuku, what is it? Bakugo, ain't this that guy we saw in Mementos? You know, the one who was shit-talkin'. Matarame. Morgana, Natsuhiko Nakonahara. His name's written on the plaque. Bakugo, dude? I don't get it. Why's there a paintin' of him in here? And more important, why's his name written under it? Melissa, you're right. Doesn't art usually have like the title of the piece, or the artist's name? Morgana, this is quite the mystery. Alright, let's keep looking around for now. Further in, we see something else that alarms us. Melissa, what? No way. Izuku, that's Bakugo, hey, isn't this a painting of that guy? Morgana, it says Shoto Todoroki? There's no mistaking it. Izuku, what's his painting doing here? Melissa, wait a second. What do you think these paintings are? Izuki, Matarame's pupils. Bakugo, for real? All of them. But it was only Shoto when we went to his place before. Morgana, this must include former pupils as well. Only one remains now. Taking into account what that Nakanahara guy said earlier, things are getting clearer. Alright, let's keep investigating. We need something to further confirm our deductions. Melissa, all of Matarame's former pupils are paintings. What does that tell us about his cognition? Morgana, it could mean that he regards the people themselves as his art, or that he views the people as his paintings, and he makes them into paintings with his own hands. But I suppose that doesn't matter now. Right now, what's important is finding out more about his palace. Melissa, is this a pamphlet? Morgana? Yeah, it might even show us the location of the treasure. Up ahead, we see a weird sculpture. Morgana, look at this. Melissa, the Infinite Spring? Melissa, a conglomerate work of art that the great director Matarame created with his own funds. These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives. Those who cannot do so have no worth living. Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right? Bakugo, damn it. What a phony geezer. Morgana, in other words, his pupils are his property. He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true. He's stealing the ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood. I wondered about those portraits on display. They must all be his pupils through his cognition. This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse? Matarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not, Melissa, he's treating them like slaves or tools. Morgana, he's completely manipulating them and stealing all their ideas. This is all so disgusting. Bakugo, why Shoto keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up. Morgana, I don't know. But it's quite clear that he's being exploited here too. Melissa, I'll try contacting Todoroki-kun. I might be able to get the truth out of him if I accept his modeling offer. Izuku, you're going to model for him? Melissa, you all better come with me. Okay, I'm scared to go alone. Morgana, don't worry, we'll be there with you. Next day, at the courtyard, Melissa, I got a response from Todoroki-kun. He said he wants me to come over after school. Today. Morgana, That's a good start. We may be one step closer to uncovering the truth of Madarame. Bakugo? Perfect. He probably changed his plans immediately just so he could get you over there. Morgana? Let's just hope he'll give you the information we need. Melissa? We need to find out from Todoroki-kun if what we saw in the palace was true. Morgana? Hey, quiet down. It's that student council president. Bakugo, yikes, she got hold of Mishima today? It'd suck if she noticed us. Come on, let's split up. They split off. Morgana, that was a close one. At Madarame house. Shadow. I thought it would just be you coming, Shield-san. Melissa, wouldn't you get nervous too if it was just the two of us? Bakugo, we're here to keep an eye on you. So don't try anything perverted, okay? Shadow. Stop making such odd assumptions. I have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex. Melissa? Huh, Shadow, is there a problem? Melissa? No, not really, Shadow. Alright then, shall we just head inside? The sooner we get started, the more time we'll have before it gets dark. About 10 seconds into later. Melissa? Hey Todoroki, Shoto, Bakugo, you hear her? Shoto, Melissa, it's no use. Morgana, this isn't what we planned. We were gonna catch him off guard and make him spill his beans, weren't we? Bakugo, how were we supposed to know this was gonna happen? Guess we just gotta wait till he's done. What an effing pain in the ass. Izuku, don't get caught. Morgana, heh, who do you think you're talking to? I won't. Watch me. Morgana, it's weird how flashy that door is. And, is that a lock? A door with a hefty lock. What could be in there? Morgana, I wonder if Madarame is keeping something in there. It's suspicious, that's for sure. Bakugo, are you done? We got shit to do. Shoto, it's no good. Bakugo, what? Shoto? No, not at all. It's just, I'm having trouble staying focused today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time. Bakugo? Oh hell no. How many hours do you think you made us wait? Shoto, I'm simply not in the right mood. Melissa, I'm sorry. We had another reason for seeing you today. We needed to talk to you. Shoto, another reason? What is it? Izuku, it's about those rumors regarding your sensei. Melissa, that painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right? Bakugo, your sensei's seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools. That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or physically beats them. I'll make this clear. There's no point in hidden stuff from us. Shoto, ha ha ha. I have no idea what you're talking about. Melissa, you couldn't go against him, could you? I'm sure we can help you out though. Shoto, stop it. It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork. Bakugo. What? Shoot. Don't misunderstand me though. I offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism. Sensei is simply suffering from artist's block right now. Izuku, what about the part about being exploited? And how you're his property? Bakugo? Then why are you sticking around? All his other pupils ran away. Aren't you the only one left? Shoto, what's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me. Shoto, there are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me. Bakugo, are you an idiot? You don't have any idea how badly you're being used, do you? Shoto, I'm supporting sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that? Izuku, he's manipulating you. Can't you see that? Bakugo, hold it. We're not done talking here. Shoto, then you leave me with no choice. I asked Shield-san to be my model today, but I don't recall ever calling you two here. Bakugo, you can try calling the cops, but we're not leaving here till we've had a proper talk. You'll have to force us out. Shoto, I won't report you, but only under one condition. Izuku, oh yeah, what's that? Shoto, I want you to continue being my model. Shield-san, Melissa, but you said that it wasn't working out today. Shoto, that's because I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However, I have nothing to worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything to me. Melissa? Everything? Shoto, I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever. Melissa, you've got to be kidding. NN nude modeling. Me, Shoto, to think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model. Course, you two won't be allowed in. And I ask that you forget about our discussion today, as well. If I don't submit a new piece to sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences. Melissa, nude, meaning it'll be without any clothes, right? Why are things suddenly escalating like that? Shoto, because those are my terms. Melissa, but that's, Bakugo, wait, ain't that bad? Shoto to himself, sensei is out during the afternoon, while the art exhibit is on. So I can use this place freely. I should buy more art supplies. Melissa, will you give me a second here? Shoto, of course, I'm willing to wait. I'll make time according to your plans. But, please come, before the exhibit ends. Melissa? No, that's not what I mean. Why are you not listening? Shoto, sensei will be returning home soon? We're done for today, Shield-san. I'll be waiting for you to contact me. Melissa is left speechless. Outside. Melissa? He's totally out of his mind. I'm gonna have to pose nude if this keeps up. Bakugo, the way he said it. It's not gonna be semi. But full-on nude. Izuku. But Todoroki-kun thinks he owes his life to him. Is there a need to make Madarame confess? Bakugo? You kidding me? Morgana then, Lady Melissa, you're fine with bearing it all? She pour her drink on Morgana. Melissa. Shut up, cat. Bakugo. Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Shoto, who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other pupils? Izuku. I completely agree. Bakugo. No, it is frustrating to leave this along. Even if Todoroki-kun is fine with it himself. Morgana. If only we really could make Madarame have a change of heart, then he wouldn't think of his pupils as tools. Izuku, anyways, we gotta go after this guy. Madarame's the kind of target we've been waiting for. Let's help Shoto come to his senses too, before he ends up like us. Bakugo, yeah. For once it feels good to do something, like heroes. Morgana, we need to look into Madarame first. Izuku, there might be tons more stuff that hasn't been exposed yet. To Morgana, may become easier for us to investigate his palace if he's preoccupied with his exhibit. Izuku, do you think the treasure could be there? Bakugo, does that mean the whole country's gonna see Melissa nude? Melissa? No way, hell no. Morgana, we must deal with Madarame. No matter what, before his exhibit ends. Melissa? And I have to somehow find a way out of that modeling thing too. Bakugo? Let's start after school tomorrow. It'll be a pain if Miss President finds us on the rooftop again, so where to meet up? Let's see. I guess that walkway-like place in Shibuya would work. It's near Madarame's place too. Midoriya, you're right. That sounds perfect. After school. Bakugo, Melissa, Morgana? We're counting on you. Melissa, I'll do my best. At Madarame House. Shoto. To think you'd really come. I assumed you were lying when you contacted me. Melissa. I'm sorry it was so sudden. Shoto. Oh, it's not a problem, but as I told you yesterday, Sensei will be returning in about 20 or 30 minutes. So I'm sorry if that causes some anxiety on your part. Melissa, whispering, that's why I'm here today, damn it. Shoto, huh? Did you say something, Shield-san? Melissa. Oh no, it was nothing. Shoto, by the way, have you gained some weight? Look at her with her wearing a lot of clothes. Shoto, by the way, have you gained some weight? So then, can you, get ready here? Melissa, I need to take my clothes off, right? Shoto. Why yes please. Melissa, oh okay. I'll get started. Then could you look the other way? Shoto, yes of course. Melissa begins to take off her clothes. Clothes continually land on the floor near Shoto. Melissa, phew, that was tight. Shoto. Tight? No, I'm doing this for art. Melissa, don't look over here, okay? Hey, your sensei's coming back soon, right? Shoto. I believe so. Melissa, do you think we could do this somewhere else then? A little more atmosphere would be lovely. Shoto, somewhere else? Like where? Melissa, like a room with a lock. Shoto, a lock. Melissa, must a girl say more? Shoto, oh, I get it. More clothes land near Shoto. Shoto, wow, but the only one with a lock is Sensei's room. Melissa, then why not there? Shoto, I can't intrude. Besides, I don't have the key. Melissa, whispering, he says he doesn't have the key. Morgana, it's okay, that's why I'm here. I'll just use this hairpin. Shoto, Shield-san, are you about? Melissa, I am done. Shoto, you were wearing all this? Melissa, don't you think it's cold today? Shoto, I suppose so. The sun is starting to set. Melissa, right? That's why a change of location would be nice. I mean, I'm gonna take it all off. Shoto, true to himself. It might make for a better picture if I can brighten my model's mood. Melissa? So then, could we go to Sensei's room? Shoto. She may even be willing to try out various expressive poses for use in a dynamic composition. Morgana, Lady Melissa, you have to act. Get back in character. Melissa? All right. Melissa quickly returns to looking calm. Let's go. I was just starting to get in the mood. Shoto, wait. If you wander around, Sensei will. She left the room. Melissa? Ah, it's so hot. Shoto, we really can't use any other room. Melissa jacket lands on the ground. Melissa, hey. Why not this one? Shoto. Please, wait, in the Madarame Palace, Bakugo? They seriously gonna be able to pull this off? Izuku, I think they can do it, Bakugo. She was saying stuff like I'll just seduce him with my acting, but that sounds out of her league, plus we ain't got one sign this place is gonna open. Isn't Madarame coming home soon? On top of that, even if Mona's able to unlock the door, how's he gonna show it to Madarame? And then even if they do show it open, any normal person just close it right up. Again, doesn't that mean we only got a few seconds to get in? To be blunt, won't it be a miracle if this works? Izuku, Sai, you're right. We're running out of options. Bakugo, I wanna think that too, but it's almost time. Izuku, then let's just wait and see. Back in the real world, Shoto, please, can you just wait and Melissa? What's past here? Shoto, that's Melissa. So the door Mona mentioned is up ahead. Shoto, I keep telling you, you can't. Melissa, you're still not done? Shoto, is something the matter? Melissa tried to seduce him. Melissa, please, we can continue this inside. Shoto, are you serious? He is surprised. Melissa? Yes, wink. Shoto, alright. Shoto, I mean, no, we can't go in there. It's locked anyway, so, Melissa? Fine, this is too embarrassing. I'm leaving. Shoto, but, she walks away, pouting. Madarame, I'm home. Melissa and Shoto get surprised by Madarame's voice. Shoto? Sensei? Morgana, alright, it's open. Shoto, huh, Madarame, what are you doing there? Shoto, it's not what it looks like. Madarame, not what it looks like? What's that supposed to mean? Melissa grabs Shoto and pulls him inside, which is kind of a genius move to keep Madarame from shutting the Madarame, hey, what? In the Madarame Palace playing Uno, Bakugo? Nothing's happening. I wonder what's the laser beam turn off. Bakugo, they seriously did it. Izuku, what are we waiting for? Let's head in right now. The two boys went to explore the place. Midoriya, this place, there are a lot of paintings, huh? Bakugo, it a museum dumbass Midoriya, of course, but I mean, aren't most of them plagiarized? Bakugo, sometime I wonder why are you the leader? Izuku, what? I'm plenty qualified to be the leader. The boys continue to argue. Back in the real world, Shoto, Shield-san, this is bad. What the? She pull a cloth off the painting. Melissa, isn't this Sayori? Why are there so many of them? Shoto, what on earth is that? Madarame, get out. He went finally open the door. Shoto sensei, what is the meaning of this? Madarame, I suppose I can't keep quiet now that you've seen this. Truth be told, I'm in severe debt. I handmade these Sayori copies, and have been selling them through a special connection of mine. Shoto, copying a world-renowned piece of art? But why? Madarame, the real Sayori, was stolen by one of my pupils long ago. I assume they begrudged my strictness. That moment was quite a shock for me. Since then, I've been mired in a terrible artist's block. Because of this distress, some of my pupils handed their ideas over to me from time to time. Shoto, is that really true? But I never knew that the real Sayori was stolen. Madarame, I knew I couldn't keep that up, so I attempted to recreate the Sayori a number of times. However, it resulted in nothing more than replicas. That's when someone came to buy the paintings, knowing well they weren't original. It's all my fault. I couldn't pay the price of being famous. As expectations for me rose, it reached a point where I had no choice but to keep making them. I needed money to further your talents. I ask that you please forgive your cowardly teacher. Shoto, please don't. Melissa, hold on, something doesn't add up. Madarame, what do you mean it doesn't add up? Melissa, if the original painting got stolen, how did you make copies of it? Madarame, I based the copies off of photos. It was really difficult, so even when I copied it, exactly, the Sayori I made still wasn't perfect when compared to the original. Melissa, so you managed to sell copies of a photo of the original? I'm not sure how this works, but don't people who buy paintings generally have a keen eye for the fine arts? This sounds like a lie to me. Madarame, what would you know? Melissa, something just doesn't feel right. Madarame, how dare you say that you don't believe me after all the times I've encouraged your acting talents, you disrespectful girl. Morgana, Lady Miss Lissa, this one seems different. It was the real one. Everyone got surprised. Shoto, whoa, Shoto, this is the real Sayori? But you just said a moment ago that it was stolen. Madarame, that's a replica. Shoto, no, it's nothing of the sort. This painting kept me going. It's the reason I made it this far. Sensei, don't tell me. Madarame, it's fake? Yes, a counterfeit. I heard there was a counterfeit spreading around, so I bought it. Melissa, so you're telling me the actual artist behind the painting bought a counterfeit? That's pushing it. Shadow, you're lying, sensei, please just tell us the truth. Madarame, I've reported you to my private security company. Madi had it set up to deal with some problematic paparazzi, but I never thought it'd come in so handy. Shadow, sensei, wait, Madarame, you can talk all you want to the police, that includes you. Shoto? Shoto was stunned and speechless. Morgana, Lady Melissa, let's run. Melissa? Right. They ran away. Shoto, Shield-san, he ran as well. In the Madarame Palace, Melissa and Shoto fall out of nowhere. Morgana bounces off Shoto's head with a solid thunk. Shoto, ow! Morgana ugh. OWW. Morgana falls to the floor after bouncing his head on Shoto's. Melissa, I thought I was gonna die. Shoto, he winces at the pain his head that hurt. Melissa, hey, will you let go already? Shoto, ow, sorry, he lets go. Melissa shoves Shoto off of her. Shoto, hey, he falls to the floor. Melissa, oh no, I didn't mean to push him so hard. Are you okay? Wake up. Shoto gets up a bit groggily. Shoto, I am fine. Shoto, who are you all? Melissa, calm down, Todoroki-kun. It's me, Shoto. Shield-san? That means you two are. Why are guy bloody up? Shoto, gasp, what happened to you two? Bakugo and Midoriya. Don't worry about it. Shoto, what is this place? Melissa, we're inside Madarame's heart. Shoto, inside Sensei's heart? Shoto, I'm sorry, Shield-san, but are you sure you're feeling okay? Melissa, I'm fine, she says as she has a worried look all over her face. Bakugo, she ain't lying. This is what that bastard truly feels. He's nothing but a greed-filled money grubber. Shoto, enough of this rubbish. Melissa, Todoroki-kun, didn't it cross your mind that something wasn't right about Madarame? Shoto, that's Melissa. You may not want to believe it, but this is another reality as viewed through Madarame's eyes. This is his true nature. Shoto, this repulsive world? Just who are all of you? Bakugo, I guess you could say, we're a group that changes the hearts of rotten crooks. Shoto, if everything you say is true, then the sensei I know doesn't exist. Bakugo, you gotta snap out of it. Shoto, still, he has kept me safe these past 10 years. My gratitude for that won't just disappear. Bakugo, you're gonna forgive him? At this rate you'll. Shoto. NNGH. Shoto collapses to his knees. Melissa? Are you okay? Shoto, I'm trying to be rational about this, but my emotions are overwhelming me. Clutching his chest, panting, he was. Morgana, sorry, but we don't have time to dawdle. Shoto, it hurts. Morgana, we need to hurry out of here. Shoto. Right. He grunts as he tries to push himself back up. Izuku, get on my back. Halfway there the door close. Ha ha ha, they all look to the source of the laugh. Melissa, who is it? What the? Shoto, he gasps in pure shock. Shadow Madarame, welcome to the Museum of the Master Artist Madarame. Shoto, that's Sensei. He starts trembling. Shadow Madarame, my usual ragged attire is nothing but an act besides. A famous person, living in that shack? I have another home, under a mistress's name of course. I keep all my favorite works there. In addition, I live a life of luxury overseas. The only reason I continued with act was for my own convenience. Those disciples I treat like family are nothing more than vulgar plagiarists who only spout what I want to hear. Shoto, if the Sayori was stolen, why was it in the storage room? And if you had the real one, why make copies? If it's really you, Sensei, please tell me. Shadow Madarame, giggling foolish child, you still don't see? The painting being stolen was just a false rumor I spread. It was all a perfectly calculated staging. Shadow Madarame, how could I, the great artist Madarame, ever allow the original Sayori to be stolen? I couldn't have such a precious piece damaged. I, of course, had no intention of discarding the original, but it would be a waste not to make copies. Shoto, no. Shoto collapses to his knees. Shadow Madarame, he laughs, I'm the one most disgusted by what you see before you. But, there's nothing I can do. I am an artist who takes both orders and praise. As my position rose, so did the expectations upon myself. The more I tried to resist the pressure, the more the people surrounding me, as if taken hold by the promise I show, demanded that I live as the greatest of all time. That's how it is. A great artwork that captivates many requires a certain sorrow, a certain misfortune. Bakugo, you keep going on and on about money this, money that. No wonder you ended up with this disgusting museum. Melissa, you're supposed to be an artist, right? Aren't you ashamed of plagiarizing other people's work? Shadow Madarame, HMPH. All these people with no insight. I could care less if they understood, or not, they are so easily fooled. I do what I must to earn my name. For my name is money, and for money, I created the Sayori, I gave it meaning. Shadow. But what about the people who believe in you, who think you're a master artist? Shadow Madarame. Giggling they're all stupid, those foolish believers give their money, and acclaim to the Sayori. Shoto. To think I was under the care of this wretched man, you are unforgivable. Shadow Madarame, fool. Foolish, foolish. I'll paint over the shame in the art world. I am the art world. Shoto. Chuckling, it seems the truth is stranger than fiction. Melissa? Todoroki-kun? Shadow. I wanted to believe it wasn't true. I had clouded my vision for so long, my eyes were truly blind, and unable to see the true self behind this one horrible man. Have you finally come to your senses? Shoto grabbed his head in pain. How foolishly you averted your eyes from the truth. A deplorable imitation indeed. Best you part from that aspect of yourself. Shoto. AAAGG. Let us now forge a contract. I am thou, thou art L. The world is filled with both beauty and vice. Shadow. It is time you teach people which is which. Shadow. Very well. Come, Goemon, rip off the mask. Shoto. A breathtaking sight. Imitations they may be, but together they make a fine spectacle. Though the flowers of evil blossom, be it known, abominations are fated to perish. Morgana. Whoa. This is impressive. Shoto. I'm feeling much better now. Shadow Madarame. HMPH. Who do you think you are? The price for your insolence will be death. Where are my guards? Kill them all. The children who adored you as father. The prospects of your pupils. How many did you trample upon? How many dreams did you exchange for riches? No matter what it takes, I will bring you to justice. Izuku, you guys ready? Everyone nods silently. Izuku. Shoto, you ready? Shoto nods. Everyone charged at Madarame, but the guards pop up in front of them. Everyone gets ready to fight and they defeated them. Shoto approaches Madarame, but collapses. Melissa? Shadow-kun. Shadow Madarame. Shoto, you've just thrown your bright future down the drain. Shadow. I don't care. I will no longer forgive you. Shadow Madarame. You'll forever rue the day you dared defy me. Madarame leaves. Shoto, he won't get away with this. Why can't I move? Morgana, you pushed yourself too hard. Izuku. Let's get out of here. We will explain everything. Melissa? Right. She moves to help support Shoto out of the palace, and the group went to a restaurant. Shoto? See, and because of that, this PE teachers had a change of heart. The phantom thieves who steal hearts to think they truly exist. Melissa, is it hard to believe? Shoto, no, I believe you. There's no need for common sense to blind me after seeing a world like that. So your plan with Madarame-sensei, with Madarame, is to force a change of heart, correct? Let me join as a member of the Phantom Thieves. Izuku. What? You want to join? Bakugo. Sounds fine to me. We're gonna deal with Madarame anyways. Morgana. He may have a mental shutdown if we screw up. We have ways to prevent that, but they aren't fail-safe. Shadow. Madarame is a man who has the art world under his thumb. He has connections to many organizations. If someone like me raises my voice, it'll only be snubbed out. We have no option but this. Morgana, it's a deal then. Izuku. Welcome aboard. Bakugo. You better not slow us down, Jack Frost. Shadow. I won't, I promise. By the way, what is this? Bakugo. A cat. Shoto. But it's talking. Morgana, if you hear talk in the metaverse, you can talk to me in the real world. Shadow. So you are a cat that can talk in the real world?
Izuku, crazy ik.
Shadow. Very. A few days later. Exhibit staff. Pardon me, sir, there's a matter we need to notify you about. Madarame. Oh, what is it now? Exhibit staff. We found this outside. It was a letter. Madarame. Another letter? Give it to me. Exhibit staff. But it is different. Madarame. Different? How so? Give him it. Surachirayase. Madarame. A great sinner of vanity whose talent has been exhausted. You are an artist who uses his authority to shamelessly steal the ideas of his pupils. We have decided to make you confess all your crimes with your own mouth. We will take your distorted desires, without fail. From the Phantom Thieves. Madarame. What the? Phantom Thieves? Those brats? Madarame crumples up the letter. Madarame, the police are useless, and those thieves are clearly amateurs. I'll just ignore them, and hope they get bored, he said to himself. Exhibit staff. The same letter has been posted everywhere. Madarame. What? They've spread that damn letter across the country? Shadow Madarame. It's those damn brats doing, isn't it? Well, it means nothing. They'll only be able to do as they please until this exhibit is over. Behind the beam. Shadow. Will that do? Melissa? Yup, it was perfect. The composition was way cooler too. Morgans, the treasure should appear right about now. Bakugo, you better enjoy the air of freedom while you still can, old man. Anyways, do you guys check online? People are already talking about that calling card. We'll show 'em. We're gonna surprise 'em all. Morgana, I'm sure you know, but we only get one shot to pull this off. Izuku, let go. They went into the palace. Shadow, the atmosphere in here seems significantly different. Bakugo, I mean, we did basically declare war on him by sending that card. Morgana, but there's nothing to fear. We've secured a route, and we're ready to go. We'll take the treasure in style. Izuku, right, we'll be fine. The rest of palace seemed to have changed, with the guards guarding almost every hallway. In the control room, Bakugo, it's finally time. Shoto, there will be no turning back once we begin the Operation Melissa. And if worst comes to worst, we might have to fight. Morgana, that's right. Are you ready, Joker? Izuku, I'm ready. Morgana, okay, everyone to your positions. Melissa, there's an enemy inside. Just as expected, everyone went to their specific positions. Bakugo, I mean, we've done a ton in here. It ain't surprisin'. Anyway, I'm gonna try and draw it out. So I'll leave the switch to you guys. Melissa, will you be okay? What if it catches up too? You? Bakugo, heh, don't underestimate an X-runner. I'm definitely gonna shake it off. Bakugo, hey, there's some weird people over here. Hey, I need some help. The guards chased after Bakugo. Melissa, you'd better make it skull. With the other Shoto tie Morgana to the crane hook. Shadow, is this good? Morgana, yeah, it should work. Shoto, you seem to be enjoying this. Morgana, of course I am. This is exciting. Shoto, we'll be counting on you. Mona, and Panther as well. Mona gave a thumbs up. Melissa, there's Fox's signal. That means they're ready to go. Good luck, everyone. Let's do this. Panther turns out the lights. Some guards look around, confused at the outage. Shoto, Joker now. Joker pulls the lever. The lights turn back on, revealing Mona on the roof above Madarame's treasure. Shoto, pull him up. Mona pulls himself up on the crane. Shadow, or do that. Mona holds up the treasure. Mona, I got it. It's a real beauty. Bakugo, that was Amazon. Mona, security guard Shadow. Lord Madarame. The piece is gone. Shadow Madarame, NGH. How dare those vermin. But now we'll corner them like the rats. They are. Lock all the doors at once. They have nowhere to run. Bakugo, so, what did the treasure turn out being? I'm guessing it's a painting based on the shape. Shoto, we can look into that later. For now, we must escape. Izuku, look at a window, we can escape from there. They got to the courtyard. Morgana, treasure eye lit up. He unwrapped the paper. Morgana, HRM. The image of a fake sketch was underneath, shocking everyone. Bakugo, this is the treasure? Morgana, it's not what we thought it was. Shadow, get back. Electric fence appears. Everyone stands in shock at the sudden appearance of the electric fence. Everyone stands in shock at the sudden appearance of the electric fence. Familiar voice. Meddlesome vermin. Shadow Madarame, is this what you're looking for? Izuku, give it back. Morgana, what nonsense that you used a mousetrap on me. Look very sad. Bakugo, so you had a fake prepped, huh? Madarame laughed. Shadow Madarame, did you really think I'd leave the real thing unguarded? Shoto, what made you change like this? Is it because you became famous? Can't you understand how much it pains me to inquire about the crimes of my foster father? Madarame seemed annoyed. Shadow Madarame, now that I think back, the only reason why I took you in was due to my ties with your mother. That woman never lost her passion for painting even after her husband died. Her skills and talents were quite astonishing. That's why I decided to look after her. Your mother and the artwork she created there, all my works of art. Shoto was shocked at the statement. Shoto, what did you just say? Melissa, how low can you sink? Madarame started to laugh. Shadow Madarame, ha 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 ha, so what? The weak are meant to be exploited by those better than us. That's only natural. I was just taking back what was rightfully mine in the first place. Suppose I can grant you a gift before you die, a glimpse of the genuine Sayori. He showed them the real one at Shoto. Mom holding him. Shato's eyes widen in shock at the artwork, more so at the fact it was his and his mom in it. Shadow, Mom. Shadow Madarame, indeed it is. This was painted by your mother. It's a portrait of herself. A woman who knew her death was coming, painted her last wishes for the son she would leave behind. That is the truth behind the mystery of Sayori's expression. Bakugo, you stole something that personal? Shadow Madarame, what about it? I merely used her talents and took the credit for the Sayori. Besides, she knew what was going to happen. She was on the verge of losing her eyesight. With her husband gone, the poor woman had no family or connections to speak of. I took her in, with her agreeing to be my protege. I knew at first glance, I knew it'd be a huge success if I added a touch to the painting and announced it under my name. Shoto, you're terrible, you exploited my mother and her skills until she died, and all of the other young children too? Shadow Madarame, it was all to stage it. If the babe is erased, the reason for the woman's expression will become a mystery. Shoto clenched his fist. Shoto, how could you do something so cruel? Taking her last painting, using her to gain fame and wealth, how could you? Melissa, I always felt something was off about all this. Now I know what it is. If you really treasured that painting, you wouldn't even think about replicating it for profit. You don't love art at all. Shadow Madarame. HMPH. What does it matter? All I need is the fame and the money. Those fools worship me like a god. Morgana, though you have a real treasure, your true skills are nothing more than those scribbles on that fake Morgana Fox. Shoto, I've heard that you destroy your art once they outlive their usefulness. Did that include my mother as well? Shadow Madarame. She just so happened to have a seizure in front of me. That's when a thought crossed my mind. If I don't call for help and leave her be, I could obtain her painting without any strings attached. Melissa? No, you let her die? Madarame grinned. Shadow Madarame, ha ha ha. Indeed, her death lead to me making bank as soon as I announced Sayori to the public. Shoto starting to laugh. Shoto, I thank you, Madarame. Every reason for me to forgive you has disappeared without a trace at this very moment. You aren't some rotten artist, you're a despicable fiend who wears the skin of an artist. Madarame's face twisted in anger at this statement. Shadow Madarame. HMPH. Such harsh words coming from the son of that pathetic woman. Tell me, you brat, why are you even trying to meddle with my affairs? You have no stake in this. Or, doesn't matter, I will destroy you. Shadow Madarame faces transformed in multiple paintings. Shadow Madarame. LL paint all over you. Everyone gasped at the sudden change. Morgana. What the? Izuki went to attack him, but it doesn't work. Ink came out of his mouth and it was on Melissa. Melissa? GH. She tried to wipe off the ink. Melissa? What is this? She tried to get up, but she can't. Morgan. Don't get hit by that attack. Shadow Madarame. You're all truly pathetic. You really think you can hurt me? Ha, you're all nothing more than scum to be crushed under my heel. No, more like pigs bred to be slaughtered. They take cover. Madarame continues to laugh. Shadow Madarame, you cowards, hiding like the scared little animals you are. Bakugo, I have an idea. What if we use the paint against him? Morgana, that's a great idea. Shadow, I will do it. You just keep him occupied. Morgana nodded and did his best to attract Madarame's attention. Morgana, come at me, you old man. Shadow Madarame HA, you think you can outsmart me? You little nuisance. Bakugo, I'm over here. Madarame had enough of Mona and turned his attention to Bakugo. Shadow Madarame, you brat. Melissa, what bout me? Madarame saw Melissa. Shadow Madarame, oh, so there's a little mouse still left. When he distract Shoto paint over him, Shadow Madarame was shocked that he actually got splashed. Shadow Madarame, what? How could this be? Izuku summons Arsene and Arsene cut up Shadow Madarame. Shadow Madarame. God damn you brats. I'll kill you all. Bakugo. No, not my watch. Captain Kid. Captain Kid send electric attack at him. Madarame screamed out in pain from the attack. He looked visibly weak. In Melissa. Come on Carmen. She sent fire blasted him. Morgana. Zoro let go send wind attack. He transformed back to his regular form. Shadow Madarame, damn it, I'm the great Madarame, the Madarame who gathers a full crowd every time he opens an exhibit. I'm not someone that worthless brats like you are allowed to defy. Shadow, thanks you Madarame for everything, but today is the day that you will have a chance of. Here say it with passion. Let go Goemon send ice attack to finish him. Shadow Madarame looked up at Shoto. He was in a state of shock, terror, and anger at the same time. Shadow Madarame, damn you brats, damn you all to hell. Shadow Madarame scary and holding the paint. Shadow Madarame, no one cares for true art. All they want are easily recognizable brands. I'm a victim in this too, wouldn't you agree? Morgana, excuses now? Shadow Madarame, the art world revolves around money after all. You can't rise up without any money. Shoto, you understand don't you? Being a poor artist is truly miserable. Shadow, it's true that the art world revolves around money. It's a cold and harsh one. But that's not the same thing as exploiting a young mother just for her skills. You took her skills, her passion, her life just to gain wealth and fame for yourself. Shadow Madarame just didn't want to return to that life. Shadow, that's not an excuse to take advantage of my mother and everyone else under your care for the sake of your own desires. Shadow, you're done for. Along with this abominous world, Madarame began to freak out. Shadow Madarame. No, no, you can't take away my source of income. Wait, please listen to me. Shoto, return to yourself in reality and confess your crimes. All of them. Madarame was starting to regret every decision he ever made. Tears starting to roll down his face. Shadow Madarame? You are not going to kill me? Shoto, swear it. Madarame sniffles loudly. A look of defeat on his face. Shadow Madarame, I swear on my own life, I will confess to every last one of my crimes. The palace started to shake. Bakugo? There's no time. Hurry, Shoto, pick up the real Sayori. Shoto, put an end to all this, and use your own artwork for once. In the real world, few days later, on TV, Madarame, I have committed crimes that are unbecoming of an artist. Plainly put, I plagiarized work. Tainted this country's art world and even Sayori. How could I possibly apologize to everyone for what I've done? Cry on like a baby. Male pedestrian. He's crying way too much. Female pedestrian, is it just me, or isn't his statement all over the place? The news report. And that was from the urgent apology conference by Madarame that took place just a moment ago. After reporting to the association, Madarame has agreed to the police's request to turn himself in. On top of charges of abuse to his pupils, Madarame is under suspicion of claiming their works as his own. Some doubt the validity that his maiden work Sayori was stolen, believing it was used for fraud. This large-scale criminal act has caused a great shock to the art world and, in a crowded city, Pleasant Boy. Phantom thieves, huh? Momo. Phantom thieves again, at their secret hideout. Bakugo, you guys see the news about Madarame? It's just like what happened with Kamoshida, Melissa, and they mentioned the Phantom thieves. Bakugo, man, this is starting to get interesting. If we do it right, we can change people's hearts. With this power, we might be able to do more than just getting back at society. It'll be a big deal. Morgana, something like this happening twice is massive too. It's too great a coincidence to occur normally. Melissa needs it. If we continue doing this, we'll definitely be able to give courage to everyone who. Everyone was silent for a moment, deep in thought. Shoto, but there's obviously great risks from doing this. If they find out our identities, we're all done for. Officer with sunglasses. Hello there, may I speak with you for a moment? Melissa? Yes, how can we help you? The officer looked a little suspicious at them, his eyes scanning their faces. Officer, what are you all doing here? Are you friends? Izuku? Yes, officer. Well, alright, just make sure you disperse before it gets too late, okay? There have been some odd happenings lately, and the news about that artist has caused quite the stir. Melissa will be careful. Officer, good. You kids stay safe on your way home now. The officer began walking away. Bakugo, it's still light out. Man, those guys must have way too much time on their hands. Izuki, I think we should go get some food. Bakugo, yeah, I'm getting hungry. The other thieves started to agree with him. Shadow, I got a place. They had left, and from the crowd Momo was watching them. Momo Shoto Todoroki, in interrogation room. See, so after Shiho Suzuki, you did it again for someone you barely knew. You were sent away twice, almost reported to the police, and yet you still wanted to save him. Moreover, you ended up in a museum instead of a castle this time. You're still going to maintain this rubbish about changing someone's heart by stealing their treasure? Izuku, take it as you will. See, very well. The truth behind this tale of yours will be clear once your conspirators are in custody. Now then, tell me about this new member who joined your group. There's no point in being stubborn. It will only damage your position. The identity of Madarame's pupil can be easily discovered with a little investigation. Izuku, go right ahead. See, so you won't sell out your accomplice. Fine. There's still much more that I want to hear. It was around this time that the Phantom Thieves began to truly gain popularity. Lies flooded the internet. Things like the Phantom Thief saved me too, or I got a calling card. For heaven's sake, those lies made the collection of intel take almost 10 times longer. Now, your next target was this man, Junaya Kenishiro. He doesn't compare to the previous two. Even the police had been struggling to apprehend him. So, exactly how did you take down such a well-guarded criminal? Tell me.